I know Valentine's Day just happened, but I still want to continue talking about love because so often we focus on how to love someone else, but we don't necessarily focus on how to love ourselves. And I wanted to share a story with you about a time when I was very disconnected to myself. It's hard to talk about this because it's a relationship that I went through that was extremely toxic. And it led me to be so disconnected with myself and not believe in myself anymore. I've always been a creative type. I love writing music, singing, dancing, acting, all of it. In fact, a lot of you know I was a musical theater major, got my BFA at Columbia. And Chicago had always been kind of this safe mecca for me where I got to explore my creativity. But I had met what I thought was the love of my life at a Second City show. My friend had a situationship, we'll call it, with a man from Australia, and a couple of his friends came out to hang with us. And this guy was very good at schmoozing and kind of telling me all the right things. You know, he made me feel beautiful. The way he would touch my shoulder, it just felt perfect. And of course, that accent really got me. You fast forward a couple of months and we started to date. He eventually got a job in Chicago and we said, why not give this a shot? So for a long time we were dating, but I would say around 11 months was when I started to notice there were these little jabs he was making about how I would carry myself, how I would talk about politics, or how I expressed a lot about my religion and how culturally Jewish I was. And I just started to notice these things, little jabs here and there. And it was really hard for me because I had never been in a relationship where someone took jabs at me. And especially about my intelligence. I think that was the hardest part, was kind of hearing that. So I started to dumb myself down a little bit. The great news is I had a wonderful support system, and a couple of my female friends noticed it and started to say something to me. I kind of ignored it at first, but over time I realized this wasn't right. What was being said, how it was made to feel, was not right. It wasn't until I started chatting with my father did I realize something was wrong, though. And it got to the point where I saw my dad tearing up because he was worried this man was going to take me to Australia with him, that I knew this relationship would not last. To see my dad in tears, to see how much he cared, it was a cry for help for him, but in turn, it made me look within. Now, I actually didn't end the relationship right away. But when we did break up, I had such an amazing conversation with my dad. And he reminded me that no one should dim my light, that I am extremely beautiful, confident, smart. And just hearing that from him meant the world to me. And it made me stronger. And I started to do something about it. And when I would go out on dates with guys, I would then only go on 3 dates. And if I didn't feel that they valued my intelligence or my creativity and who I was, then it was done. I learned such a valuable lesson about myself. But sometimes you need to listen to others to see the power within. If someone's continuously telling you that something is not looking right or you seem a little off, it's usually coming from a place that they care about you, especially if it's more than one person telling you this. So I wanted to share this. Keep your strong support system. Even if you feel that you know best for yourself, listen. Actively listen to the people that love you. As soon as I did that, then the self-love happened. I was able to physically take care of myself again, mentally prepare myself for dates. And I honored my cultural spiritual practices in my everyday life. And that is eventually what led me to my connection with God or the universe. It changed everything within me. Simply listen. And also, as always, speak well to yourself on the self-love journey.